Hey guys, I'm Alex. This is Power. We're going to go ahead and get started in seated position. Throughout this practice, I am recovering from a shoulder injury, so I'm going to be calling chaturanga, but I will physically just demonstrate from plank to upward facing dog. You're welcome to do that with me, or you can also just go ahead and do your normal chaturanga lowering as I call it. I just wanted to give you a heads up. So go ahead, sit down, root the sit bones into the mat, let the spine be long. Roll the shoulders down and back. Sit nice and tall. Breathe in through the nose. Fill all the way up. Hold at the top. Open the mouth, sigh it out. One more. Inhale deeply in through the nose, filling up to the top. Holding. Maybe sip in a little more if you can. Open the mouth. Exhale. Let it go. And take a moment here. Maybe set an intention. You have an hour to be here in this place. Feel your body in the space that you're in. Let everything else go. Release any tension, scan of the body. Shake it out if you have to, make a sound if you want. And let the eyes open. Inhale the arms overhead. And exhale over to the left hand to the mat. Right arm reaches overhead. Press down through the right hip. Roll the top shoulder open. Inhale to center. Exhale, other side. Inhale to center. This time exhale, twist. Right hand to the knee, left hand to the behind the mat. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, twist. Maybe take the gaze over the shoulder. Inhale through center. Raise the arms overhead. Exhale, twist right. Left hand to the knee. Sit tall. Inhale. Twist. Exhale. Inhale to center. And place the hands on the mat. Walk them forward. Fold over the legs. Press the hips back. Send the breath to the hips. Walk the hands back in. Lift the torso. Switch the legs. So whichever leg was in front, bring it to the back. Sit tall. Arms overhead. Inhale. Hands to the mat. Exhale. Fold forward. Walk the hands back in. And go ahead, cross the ankles, come into tabletop, rolling over the knees, hands, arms, shoulders width apart. Roll the eyes of the elbows forward. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round, press the mat away, drop the head. Inhale, belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale, round. 2 more cat-cows. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay here with the back nice and arched, and just shift the weight forward and back. So you're going to keep that round in the spine, the chin tucked, and just play with it where the stretch is between the shoulder blades. If there's a spot that feels extra tight and you want to stay there and hold, you can, or you can keep the movement going for 3, for 2, and 1. Neutral spine. Lift the left arm, lift the right leg. Draw the belly in, press the mat away so that you don't collapse into the shoulders. Stay here. Reaching fingertip to heel. Bring the arm and leg out to the side. So keep the foot flexed, the fingers engaged, palms facing the floor. Using the core here, pulse an arm and leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arm and leg back center. Send it back out to the side. 2 more. Arm and leg to center, reaching long, back to the side. Back to center, to the side. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, draw the knee and elbow together. Inhale, reach it long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale, draw it in. Reach long, inhale. Exhale, drop the knee and mat, take one cat-cow. Neutral spine, left leg lifts, right arm lifts, hold here. Belly drawn in, press away. Reach fingertip through heel. Arm and leg to the side. Beautiful. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm and leg to center and to the side. 2 more to center, to the side. Last one. To center, inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it in. One more inhale, reach. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach. Little lift. Hand, knee to mat. One cat-cow. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the knees, walk out the feet. Bring some movement into the body. Some warmth to the back of the legs, transitioning to Ujjayi breath in and out of the nose. Find some stillness in down dog for 2 breaths. Pressing the heart back towards the thighs, pressing firmly into the hands. Inhale, lift onto the tippy toes. Exhale, send the heels to the mat. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels to the mat. One more inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels to the mat. 2 more breaths. Sweep the right leg up and behind you, bend the knee, open the hip, keep the shoulders square. Keep that right foot flexed, lift the knee a little higher. Maybe take circles with the knee. Maybe roll out the ankle. Square the hips back, lengthen the right leg, inhale. Step the right foot to the mat, exhale, downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg back, bend the knee, open the hip. To make circles here, or find stillness. Lift the knee a little higher. Square the hips, lengthen the left leg, inhale. Foot to the mat, downward facing dog, exhale. 2 more breaths. Gaze forward, walk the feet in between the hands. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. One more halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet to hip width apart. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, let the head be heavy, the neck long. Maybe sway side to side, maybe shake the head yes and no. And taking a moment to let whatever might be still lingering in the mind, to let it roll off the back down, all the way and dripping off the head onto the mat. Let it be absorbed, let it go. Release the elbows, heel toe the feet back together. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Soft knees, roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, the arms overhead, palms connect. Exhale, hands to heart center, close the eyes. Roll the shoulders down and back, suck the kneecaps in and up. Feel all 4 corners of the feet. Take a moment. If you haven't set an intention, maybe setting one now, or just making a promise to yourself to stay in your body in this space with your breath. Preparing to flow, Sun A. Inhale, extended mountain, reach long. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palm, step or hop back. Flow it out, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Gaze forward, bend the knees, walk, step, 4 hop. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Root to rise, inhale, extended mountain, maybe a back bend. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palm, step or hop, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. One more, sun A, gaze forward, walk, step or hop. Breathe in, fold. Rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palm, step or hop, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. 2 breaths. Sweep the right leg behind you, gaze forward, take a big step forward, rising up, warrior 2. Reaching fingertip to fingertip, squeeze the shoulder blades behind you, hug the ribs in. Sink a little lower. Gazing over the front fingertips. Start to feel the legs warm up. Rolling that right thigh open, pressing down through the edge of the pinky toe of the back foot. One more breath. Reach forward, flip the palm, reverse your warrior, big breath in. Exhale, cartwheel hands to the mat. Same out breath takes you through chaturanga, lower. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Sweep the left leg back, breathe in. Gaze forward, step it through, warrior to the left side. Opening up, sinking low. Starting to feel that breath quicken, the heart quicken, sink a little lower. Reach forward, flip the palm, reverse, breathe in. Exhale, flow it out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise all the way to standing. Right back into it, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palm, step, or hop, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg behind you, gaze forward, step it through, open up, warrior 2. Flowing with breath, this time reach forward, flip the palm, reverse. Cartwheel the hands to the mat, step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Left leg high, gaze forward, step through, warrior 2, breathe in. Reach forward, flip the palm, reverse. Cartwheel the hands to the mat, step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Gaze forward, bend the knees on the exhale, make your way to the front of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, close the eyes. Find some weight in the left foot, lift the right knee. Pause here, flex that right foot, press down through the arch of the standing leg. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart. Find a breath. Take that right ankle, place it on top of the left knee, sit back, bonsai. So weight is in the heel of that standing leg. Breathing here. One more breath. Lift up, send that knee to the ceiling, crane. Start to send the leg behind you, coming into warrior 3 with the hands at the heart. Pausing here, soft gaze, hips even, press through the heel, shift the hips back. Take that right foot at an angle behind you, coming into a Shakti squat, send the arms behind you, palms face the floor like airplane arms. Squeeze the shoulders back, hover that belly nice and strong above the thigh. Breathe. Keep pressing through the arch of that foot as you stand up, coming back through warrior 3, hands to the heart. Bring that knee forward back through crane. Back to the knee bonsai, sink it back. Take a moment here, find your breath. We're going to do that same flow 2 more times. 1 breath, 1 movement. This time, lift up with the knee crane, send it back, warrior 3. Shakti squat, arms behind you. Lift up, hands to the heart, warrior 3. Knee forward, crane, bonsai. Back to crane. Warrior 3, last round. You might have to tap the toe, that's fine. Shakti squat. Warrior 3. Back to crane. Banzai. Lift the knee. Pause. Right foot back to the mat. Inhale the arms overhead. Preparing to flow. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palm, step back, chaturanga. Exhale. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Gaze forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale, hand to heart center, close the eyes. Find the breath. Same thing, other side. Same flow, one time, one round, slow, 2 rounds with breath. So bring weight into that right foot, press down, lift the knee. That front foot flexed. Pausing here. Shoulder blades back, heart open. Start to bring that ankle to the knee, sitting back, banzai. Sink a little lower. Keep breathing. One more breath. Lift up through crane, pause, find your balance, press down through the standing leg. Send that left leg back, warrior 3. Keep the belly drawn and the hips even. One more breath here. Toes to the mat, arms behind you, Shakti squat. Palms face the floor, belly nice and strong. Get a hover in front of that standing leg thigh. Sink a little lower, breathe in, breathe out. Start to lift up, coming back through warrior 3, hands to the heart, square the hips. Knee forward through crane. Banzai. Pause. You know where we're going. 2 more rounds, same thing. 1 breath, 1 movement. Lift it up, crane. Warrior 3. Shakti squat. Lift up, warrior 3. Knee forward, crane. Ankle to knee, sit back, banzai. 1 more round, lift it up, crane. Warrior 3. Shakti squat. Warrior 3. Crane. Banzai. Lift it up, lift the knee, breathe in. Left foot to the mat, inhale the arms overhead, flow it out. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palm, step or hop, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or hop. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palm, step or hop, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Sweep the right leg high, bend the knee, open the hip, stay here, or maybe bring that left hand to the center of the mat. If flip dog is in your practice, making sure that the knees, the feet are in line, lifting the hips to the sky, reaching forward through that top hand. Send the breath to the heart. Lift a little higher. If you're in flip dog, start to bring it back, taking time to widen the hands, lengthen that leg, inhale. Gaze forward, step it through, crescent lunge, exhale. Lift up, inhale. Sink down, exhale. Find your breath. Hands to the heart, start to lean forward. Just stay here and then hover. So you're going to lift through the back knee, hovering over that front knee, starting to feel the burn in that right glute. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, twist, bringing that left elbow to the knee, hands at heart center. Squeeze the inner thighs toward one another. Twist a little deeper, maybe open the arms here. One more breath. Hands back to heart center if they're open. Come back to crescent lunge, inhale. Flow it out, exhale, hands to the mat. Step back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. One breath. Sweep the left leg high, bend the knee, open the hip. Stay here or plant that right hand to the center of the mat. Flip your dog, lift the hips high, reach through that extended arm to the front of the room. Breathe. Lift a little higher. If you're flipped out, bring it back. Again, taking time to widen the arm stance. Lengthen the left leg, three-legged dog. Breathe in. Step forward, crescent lunge. Breathe out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, settle in. Start to smile. I'm starting to sweat. I hope you are too. One more breath here. Hands to the heart. Start to lean forward, hovering over that front leg. Keep breathing. Start to feel the burn. Inhale, find some length in the spine. Exhale, twist right elbow, left knee. Hands at heart center. Maybe open the arms. Keep breathing. If the arms are open, hands back to heart center. One more breath. Come back to crescent lunge. Big breath in. Flow it out. Hands to the mat. Step back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Maybe shake out the head here. And take a collective breath together deeply in through the nose. Open the mouth side out. Gaze forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift, fold. Root to rise, inhale, maybe a back bend. Exhale, hands at heart center, close the eyes. Inhale the arms overhead. Take a hold of that left wrist, find some length. And then exhale, half moon over to the right. Breathing into the side of the body. Belly strong. Back to center, switch your grasp, lengthen, inhale. Exhale to the left. Back to center, breath in, gaze up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palm, step or hop, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Sweep the right leg back, gaze forward, step it through, setting up warrior 2, opening the arms, inhale. Sink even lower. Really reach the arms here. Flip the palms to the sky. See how that opens up across the chest? Keep that openness. Keep the arms as they are. Flip just the palms back down. Sink even lower. Inhale. Exhale, Skandasana, left knee bends, right leg lengthens, pause. And keep it here. Maybe that left arm comes out to an angle at the left, the right arm to the sky. Maybe find a bind behind that knee, opening up the right shoulder. You can keep the hips high here, or you can come into a bind. Maybe just use the hands on the ground for support. Find 3 more breaths. If you're bound, unwind the arms. Bring the hands back to heart center. Press it up, warrior 2. Skandasana. 4 more, warrior 2. Skandasana. 3 more, warrior 2. Skandasana. Warrior 2. Skandasana. Last one, press it up, warrior 2. Skandasana, take a moment, pause. Place the hands to the mat, start to lift the hips, and start to pivot over to the left. So you're going to be facing the back of the mat now into a high lunge. Place that right palm to the mat, lift the left arm to the sky, opening up for a twist. Keep pressing up through the back knee, reaching through the fingertips, open up a little more. Drop that back knee, keep the twist. You can keep it here, reach the hand to the back of the mat, Or you can bend that back leg and take the left hand to the foot for a bind, opening up through the chest. Sink the hips low, lift the heart high, keep breathing. If you're bound, go ahead and release. Bring that left hand inside of the left foot. And you can go ahead, stay here, or take it down to the forearms for lizard. And stay here, or maybe bring that left toe out, opening up onto the pinky edge, letting the left knee fall open. Maybe even take that left hand to the knee and open up a little bit more with a twist. Send the breath to the left hip. Find 2 more deep, steady breaths in and out of the nose. The knees out, go ahead and bring it back in. If you're on the forearms, bring it back to the palms. Go ahead, frame out the foot with the hands, one hand on either side of the foot. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee. Step that left foot back, flow it out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or hop. Halfway lift, breathe in, fold, breathe out. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step or hop. Chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg behind you, gaze forward, step it through. Warrior 2, open up. Pause here. Again, squeezing the shoulders back, lifting through the heart, sink a little lower. Steady breath. Again, reaching long through each hand, flip the palms to the sky, open through the chest. Keep that openness, flip the palms back down, sink a little lower. Breathe in. Exhale, Skandasana, bend to the right knee, left leg lengthens. Pause here. Again, you can stay here with the hands at the heart center. Maybe bring the hands to the mat. Maybe lengthen that right arm out long. Left hand to the sky. Maybe find a bind, wrapping the arm around the knee, the left arm around the back, and opening up through the top shoulder. Wherever you are, find 3 more breaths. Inhales matching exhales. If you're bound, go ahead and release. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment here preparing to go into those 5 warrior 2 to Skandasana. So on your next inhale, lift it up, warrior 2. Skandasana, exhale. Warrior 2. Skandasana. Warrior 2. Skandasana, 2 more, lift up, warrior 2. Skandasana, last one, warrior 2. Skandasana, pause. Find a breath. Plant the hands, lift the hips. Start to pivot forward to face the front of the mat. Coming into that high lunge twist. Left hand to the mat, right arm to the sky. Lift through the fingers, roll the top shoulder open, squeeze the inner thighs. Hug the belly in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the back knee. Send the right hand to the back of the room. Stay here or find a bind, grabbing onto that foot. 3 more breaths. Without slingshotting, release the foot if you have it. Bring that right hand on the inside of the right foot. Setting up for lizard, you can stay here on the palms again or bring it down to the forearms. Keep the foot as is or open it up to about 1 o'clock and peel open onto the pinky edge of that right foot. Wherever you want to go, go there. Drop the hips a little lower, lift the heart a little higher, and find 3 more breaths. On the 3rd exhale, start to let the knee come back in, come up onto the palms. Take that right hand on the outside of the right foot, curl the back toes under, lift the knee, right foot back to plank, lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Gaze forward, bend the knees, step or hop. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Root to rise, inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step or hop, chaturanga, exhale, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, walk, step, hop, halfway lift, exhale, fold, halfway lift, heel toe the feet to hip width apart, coming into gorilla, take the palms underneath the feet, toes into the creases of the wrists, inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, fold into the legs. Maybe shaking the head yes or no here. Maybe wiggling the toes, giving the wrists a massage. Release the hands from underneath the feet. Heel toe the feet back together. Halfway lift. Fold. Halfway lift. Plant the palms, step or hop, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Shift forward into plank, preparing for Vasisthasana, side plank on the right side. Right hand to the center of the mat. Start to roll open, left hand to the sky. Maybe stay here, maybe lift that top leg, breathing for 5, 4, lift a little higher, 3, 2, 1. Left hand to the mat, take time to widen the hands. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. One breath here. Shift forward to plank. Left hand to the center of the mat, Vasisthasana, left side, right hand to the sky. Keep it here, maybe lift that top leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand to the mat, take time, widen the hands. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Sweep the right leg back, bend the knee, open the hip just for a moment. Square the hips, lengthen the leg, breathe in. And gaze forward, take a big step forward. Drop that back knee, uncurl the toes. Shift the hips back, coming into half split, walk the hands in. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold over that front leg. And keep it here, or if you have a full split or a little bit more or less, wherever you want to go, take it there. Maybe taking a block underneath that right thigh. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw that leg in if it's completely out. Bend into that front knee, plant the palms, curl the back toes under, lift the knee, step it back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Sweep the left leg back, bend the knee, open the hip. Square the hips, lengthen the leg, breathe in. Gaze forward, big step forward. Drop the back knee, uncurl the toes, shift the hips back, half split. Lengthen on the inhale, fold on the exhale. Keep it here, or take it into that full split, or whatever variation you have within your practice. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to draw that leg back in. Bend into the front knee, curl the back toes under, plant the palms, lift the knee, step it back, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, walk, step, hop, halfway lift, exhale, fold. Root to rise, inhale, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, plant the palms, step or hop, flow it out, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Find 3 breaths. Shift it forward to plank, lower to the forearms. Bring the feet together, hips in line with shoulders. Send the heels to the right, bring them to center. Back to the left and to center. Switching from right to left for 5, core strong, 3, last 2, and 1. Come back up to the palms, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Gaze forward, hop it through, coming to a seat. Send the legs forward, the arms forward for Navasana boat pose and pause. I'm going to shift to the side here so you can see me. And keep the shins nice and even with the mat. Maybe lengthen the legs long. Low boat. High. Low. Exhale. High. One more. Low. And high. Bring it low. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. That is not all the core, I do promise. Release the knees. Bring the hands and release them behind the head. Lift the shoulders. You want to keep the knee in line with the hip here. So we're going to do simple bicycle twist. But if you bring the knee in past the hip, you're going to lose that work. The hard work is when you bring the knee in, don't bring it past the hip. So setting up, hands behind the head, left knee, right, or right knee, left elbow, twist. Alternating, low back to the mat for 10. Really use the press and the pull as like you're going through mud. 2 and 1. Draw the knees in, rock side to side. Start to rock and roll back and forth. Gain some momentum, cross the ankles, roll over the knees, flow it out, step or hop back, chaturanga, exhale, upward facing dog, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. Again, bend the knees, step or hop through, cross the ankles, send them through, coming into Navasana boat pose. Tap the right foot to the mat, lift it back up, left foot, and up, right, and left, and right, and left. One more, and right, and left. Bring the knees into the chest, soles of the feet to the floor. Round the back, drop the chin, press the knees into the shoulders, or into the forearms, getting a stretch in the shoulders. Inhale, lift the heart, straighten the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Lift up. I'm going to face you guys again so you can see me. We're going to roll all the way back down to the back. Bring the knees into the chest, rock side to side. And keep the right knee in, lengthen the left leg long. And coming into half happy baby, and take a hold of that big toe of the right foot. Draw the knee into the armpit. Maybe take that left hand to the hip so that it knows to stay nice and flat on the mat. Keep this lengthened leg engaged, flexing the foot as if you're standing. Bring that knee back to center. Lengthen the right leg long, grabbing a hold of the back of the thigh. Maybe you can reach all the way for the ankle or the big toe. Just breathing into the back of the leg here. For 2 and 1. Grab a hold of that big toe, maybe the ankle, and open up, letting the leg fall out to the right. Again, placing that left hand on the hip. Drawing that right leg nice and up into the armpit, lengthening, breathing into that inner thigh. Draw the knee back to center. Switch the grasp. Left hand grabs the foot, right arm to the right, and let the right leg fall across to the left. And the next exhale, draw that leg back to center, both knees into the chest. Keep the left knee in, extend the right leg long. Left foot to the ceiling, grabbing a hold, back of the thigh, maybe the calf or the big toe or the ankle. The right foot flexed, leg engaged, both feet. Breathing. Try to see if you can drop the shoulders down. Relax the jaw. One more breath here. Take the left hand, find a bind to the left foot, right hand to the hip, and open up to the left. Steady breath here as we slow down. Still got some more work to do by letting the heart rate come down a little. Trying to keep the mind focused on breath or intention here, not letting it wander off. One more breath here. Let the leg come back to center. Switch, taking the right hand to the foot, left arm out to the left, and let the leg fall across the right, across the body. Taking the gaze over the left shoulder. Find 5 breaths here. And with the exhale, bring that leg back to center, both knees into the chest. And bring the soles of the feet to the mat. I'm going to again switch sides so you can see what I'm doing. And setting up as if we would in bridge, so feet hip width apart and parallel. Draw the feet in towards the glutes. Lengthen the arms alongside body, palms face the floor. Press down into the feet, lift the hips high. And then lift the right leg to the sky. Hold here. So you're going to keep this lift and then lower that right leg to a hover. Lift it back up. We're going to do that 4 more times. And 3, keep pressing up. Last 2. And 1. This time keep the leg lifted. Little pulses here. So you're going to come down about halfway, not fully to the mat, and then lift back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that right foot to the mat, lower the hips, lift the knees, windshield wiper side to side gently. Knees back at center, press down into the feet, lift the hips, left leg to the sky, same thing. Bring that leg down to a hover and back up. 4 more times. And 3. And 2. And 1. This time keep the leg lifted, little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that left foot down, lower the hips, windshield wiper the knees. This time just holding bridge. We're going to press into the feet, lift the hips. If you want to keep it here, you can. Maybe start to scrunch those shoulders underneath you, interlace the hands underneath the back. Maybe you take it to full wheel. Squeezing the inner thighs together. Lift a little higher for 3, 4, 2, a little higher, and lower. Bring the knees into the chest, rock side to side. Happy baby, grabbing the inner or outer edges of the feet, big toes, knees wide. Try to keep the low back glued to the mat. Draw the knees in a little further to the armpits. Lengthen the left leg, keep the right knee bent. Switch it out, bend the left knee, lengthen the right leg. Bring it back to center. Bring both knees into the chest again, give them a squeeze. And from here, find an inversion. Go ahead, lift the legs to the sky. Maybe bring the hands underneath the glutes for support for waterfall. Maybe bring it into full shoulder stand. Just resting here, letting the blood flow, freshly oxygenated, flow back down to the heart. Keeping with breath here in and out of the nose. Try to focus on the third eye, the forehead center. If you're fully inverted, stay with it for a couple breaths. If you're in waterfall, maybe lifting the arms to the sky, letting the blood drain back from the hands to the heart as well. Finding about 5 more breaths wherever you are, taking your time. And if you fully inverted, start to make your way down to the mat and stop in child's pose. If you came into waterfall, grabbing your feet, opening the knees for happy baby one more time. And then draw the heels together, the knees together, keep the right knee in, lengthen the left leg long, coming into supine twist. Bring the right arm out, extended, left hand to the right knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist. Maybe taking the gaze over that right shoulder. No effort here, letting gravity do its work. Maybe closing the eyes, relaxing the face. And then exhale, start to unwind to center. And let that right knee fall open to the right supine tree. Glutes release. Slide that right foot down to meet the left. Draw the left knee into the chest. Lengthen the left arm long. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Taking that gaze over the left shoulder. Close the eyes. Find a smile. Find your breath, your intention. Three more breaths. And on the next exhale, unwind. Let that knee fall open to the left, supine tree. Slide the left leg down to meet the right, setting up for fish pose. So keep the legs lengthened. Take the hands underneath the glutes. Start to walk the elbows and shoulders together as you lift through the heart. Let the head fall back to touch the mat. Point through the toes, inner rotation of the thigh. Breathing into the throat here. Start to lift the head. Coming back down onto the shoulder blades. Take the elbows out from underneath you, the hands out from underneath the glutes. And start to take up space on the mat. We're going to have about 5 breaths here, yogi's choice. If you'd like to grab a sip of water, maybe grab a towel for over the eyes. Just whatever you want to do. Maybe the body wants to move and twist a little more. And just so that the savasana that's coming up can be fully received without any fidgeting, any need to get anything or do anything or move anyway. And really, however you want to move, don't think about it. What is your body calling for right now? Couple more breaths. And then start to think about making your way all the way down to the mat. Take up space, let the legs, the arms be open wide and heavy. Maybe rock the head side to side. Open the jaw nice and wide. And let it go. And then go ahead, exhale out all of the air as if someone pressed on the belly. All that residual air out. Hold. Inhale through the nose, filling all the way up to the top of the lungs. When you get there, hold. Sip in a little more. Open the mouth, side out, let it go. Another breath like that. Through the nose. This time make fists. Point the toes, clench the glutes, squeeze the face in, everything really tight. Clench the jaw. Hold at the top. Sip in a little more, squeeze a little tighter. Open the mouth, stick out the tongue, side out. Shavasana. Let the breath go to its normal pace. Soften between the eyebrows. Peel the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Relax through the heart space, down the arms, into the wrists and fingers. Soften the belly, the glutes and pelvis. Relax the legs, the thighs and knees, shins and calves, ankles and toes. Full body surrendering to the mat, heavy, supported. Letting it all go. Should the mind start to wander, just bring it back to breath or intention. Don't judge any thought, just let it go. And bring it back. Last few moments of Shavasana, really soaking up all that you did for your body through this movement, this breath, this time and space. Letting that all sink in. If you've lost the breath, the mind's wandered again, one more time, bring it back. And start to let the breath awaken again, lengthening inhales and exhales. Start to bring movement back, wiggling out the fingers and toes, rolling ankles and wrists. And bring the arms and legs together, stretch the arms overhead, take a deep breath in through the nose, reaching fingertip to toe tip. Hold at the top. Open the mouth, side out. Make your way onto your right side for fetal pose. Pausing for a moment, letting the nervous system reawaken, taking pressure off the heart. Finding space for gratitude. Feeling a little lighter. And as you're ready, with eyes closed or downcast gaze, start to make your way to seated on the top of the mat. Sit the root down through the sits bones. Spine is nice and long. Inhale the arms overhead. Let the palms connect. Bring the thumb knuckles to the forehead center for clarity of thought. Down to the lips, speaking your truth. And meeting at the heart. Always grateful. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.